and welcome back to Cowabunga Corner. In this episode, we are talking about the 4Kids' first 3 episodes, Things Change, A Better Mousetrap, and Attack of the Mousers. Some wonderful episodes to set the grounds of a great series. In the very first episode, you get to meet the turtles and see them training under Splinter and watch them lose their home. We get to see how the turtles meet the Foot as they were just trying to meet up with Splinter in another area. So you see the turtles and basically a little bit of the Foot. At the end of the episode, you get to find out just how evil the Shredder is in this series, as he takes out the leader of the Purple Dragons, who failed at getting what he wanted. And you never see that character again in the 4Kids series. A very, very strong, subtle showing where the Shredder stands and just how dangerous he actually is, which made me really appreciate the series from the get-go. The big question was, did Shredder kill him? And the fact that he never shows up again, I'll take that as a yes. In the second episode, you find out that the turtles are trying to find out more about the Mousers. And you learn that April O'Neil is working for Baxter Stockman, who is the creator of the Mousers. So we go through seeing a little bit of that side as April realizes there's something wrong and starts to nose around, getting herself not only fired, but, well, Baxter has a trust issue and decides to send Mousers out to kill her. And meanwhile, the turtles are following their own little mouser that Donnie tinkered with. The turtles are following their own little mouser that Donnie tinkered with and trying to find out where the mouser source is coming from. In doing so, they bumped into the scared, terrified April O'Neil on the ground, screaming as these 4 mousers are about to do her in, and they save her life. Fun, huh? Predictable. But in the next episode, we get to learn how the turtles got mutated as April O'Neil hears the story. And we get to watch April faint several times when she first realizes she's around the turtles. Mikey gets bored with this and listens on his MP3 player till she's ready to hear their story. So the turtles help April in taking out Baxter Stockman and his Mousers, which is when a new twist shows up as Hun arrives to bring Baxter to the Shredder. First 3 episodes shows that the storyline is going to be a little bit longer than 3 episodes. So we get set into something where it's going to be a fun ride for a little bit of time. It's not just going to be a 3-parter. It's going to be a show where you're going to be sitting on suspense throughout the first season with different things. There's also the standalone episodes. So the first 3 episodes is trying to show that this can be standalone episodes along with a little bit of sequels, and they all tie in together. Now, with the 4Kids series, they changed the art style of the turtles. They're a lot sharper, they're missing their pupils, and they are just a very new format. They're a little bit muscular compared to how the old turtles were. Their bandanas on their arms are brown instead of the colors of their masks. But with every area of turtles, we get a whole new look, and 4Kids is no exception to the rule. It's a very fun change because it's a mixture of the original cartoon series and the Mirage comics combined into one. So it shows it in the artwork style and the story. So far, my likes about this is how close they stay to the Mirage comics, as well as keeping that fun twist that we knew from the original cartoon series. Michelangelo is still the goofball. Yeah, he's not getting to yell cowabunga as much or he'll get bapped, but he's still goofing off. He's still... Everyone needs to try and find out where his off switch is. He's still right on the ball with all of his jokes, which is something that was picked up from the original cartoon series. And the word cowabunga does appear through the series on and off as well. It's not cut out. They do eat pizza on and off. It's not their main food, but you do see those hints, those nods to the original cartoon series, which is important to those fans out there who started off with the original cartoon series like myself. My dislikes about these 3 episodes is not much. It took a little bit getting used to no pupils. When I first saw it, it was like going, wow, that's a change. I also had to adjust to the new voice actors, but you have to do that every time you bump into a new series. And I enjoy these voice actors now as much as I have enjoyed all the other voice actors who've handled the Turtles in the past. And they're fantastic people who have put a lot of heart into the series. So, trying to find a dislike with the first few episodes is a little rough because the first few episodes were really done well. And they introduced each turtle as their own personality. It shows Don tinkering with stuff like Mousers. It shows Raph and Leo fighting and Leo trying to be the lead while Raph is, mocking him. And it shows Mike being the goofball, Splinter being serious. The only characters we don't get to explore too much into in this first few episodes is one, April, because we're just kind of learning about her in the second episode, and she's not getting the chance to relax around the Turtles yet. And then Shredder is being kept a little mystery in the background, which is something I enjoyed when I first saw the series. Like, ooh, they're taunting us with the foot. This is going to be very fun, and I was right about that. The scripts for this series was written very well. Whoever wrote each of these episodes did so knowing the Turtles. They didn't just go in there and say, we're going to write this for our own amusement. They went in there and wrote it for the fans and was able to blend in a mixture of different medias. We even have a line taken straight from the Turtle movie. Can I keep her? So, it's just, wow, these people are nodding at us. They're taking stuff straight from the original comic books, the old cartoon series, and they're putting it all together for us. And when writing the scripts, they made sure to put in a very detailed amount of stuff that the fans could enjoy. And I bow my head in respect to anyone who worked on this series in doing so, because they did a fantastic job making this something the fans can enjoy. The voice actors on the series had done a wonderful job at picking up their own versions of the Turtles. I had to adjust, as I said, because each of them have their own little tints of differences from the original voices. Each of them try to stay kind of close to the original voice actors. We have the only one who's off from the old cartoon series is Raph, but he had the personality from the original movies. If you look at him in the original movies or the Mirage comics, even the Next Mutation, you'll see this version of Raph. So we have the rough, tough version of Raph, and the voice actor, John Campbell, did a fantastic job. Then we have Mike Sinterniklaas as Leonardo. It wasn't a leader or a hero that he was trying to play when he got the voice of Leo, but a teenager, and it worked out well for him having it put down in that point of view. He was able to pull off Leonardo's role without being overly bossy or overly out of character of trying to make him too strict. He was able to give that tone to Leo's voice that you can appreciate and matches to the series. And then you have Wayne Grayson as Michelangelo. Wayne is actually a fan of the Turtles before he worked on the Turtles. So working as Michelangelo, his favorite turtle, was something that he dreamed of doing and was able to pull off without a problem. And lastly, out of the Turtles, we have Sam Riegel as Donatello. He did a fantastic job at pulling this through. He was also a Turtle fan before becoming a Turtle, so he knew what he was getting into when he got the role. Now, in the second episode, one of my favorite things is that they got Baxter in and how close it was to the second issue of the Mirage Comics, Volume 1. They did a great job at showing Baxter as the guy we saw in the comic book. But with the third episode, what I liked most was actually getting a peek at Hun. I read his character description before the show was on the air and found that I was going to be a fan of Hun before I even saw him. So I was really excited to get to see what he looked like and get to hear his voice. And I am glad that he became the main character he did through the series. And my biggest pet peeve goes into that third episode. You cannot, no matter how hard you try, fit the tip of a sai into a keyhole. Sais are blunt at the top. They're not sharp and pointy. They're definitely not skinny. They cannot fit in keyholes. Raph uses his sai to pick a lock. Wrong! Can't do it. That's annoying. I know a lot of other fans who are annoyed with this. It is probably the only thing inside the first few episodes that they did horribly wrong. They should have let Michelangelo do the pick locking, having something on him, because in the old Palladium books, Mike was the pick lock. So, it's just, wait, no, don't have Raph do this with his sigh. Why did they have to change it on us? It was going so well, and then bam. Huh? So that was the only thing the writers got wrong. Very, very wrong. So, overall, I love the 4Kids series. I think they did a fantastic job with the first 3 episodes. You can find those episodes on the Season 1, Part 1 set, or on the original DVD set that came out. You can also find a few of the episodes, like on the Christmas Alien, you'll find Things Change, which is the first episode. And you could just get a hold of these and check them out yourself if you've not done so already. I highly recommend the series to the fullest to original fans of the cartoon show or the comic book. What are your thoughts on the first 3 episodes of the 4Kids series? Please let us know what you think. What is your favorite of the 3 episodes? What did you like most about each of those episodes? And what didn't you like? What was your biggest pet peeve? Just let us know what you thought about it in a video blog or the comment section. Please do try to click the like button. Let us know what you think. If you like this blog, let us know by clicking that button. Until then, we'll see you next week